Hello! Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to the Friday Book Club stream. My name is Melita. It's nice to meet you. Hey Panda, what's up? Oh yeah, sorry, I was letting the thing run. I wasn't ready to start just yet, sorry. Huh? Cropping it. Where's the black line for you? I don't see one on my devices. Where is it? What words do you see a black line running through? Let me see. Oh, maybe I bumped it. Hang on. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, I think I might have tapped it. Like, maybe I tapped the mouse and it moved it. Should have left it in, let it drive you crazy for the whole stream. I'm kidding. I'm not that cruel. I don't know. Ask the animals in Minecraft. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I enjoy killing them. Hey, Bambi hit my car. I was the victim. Okay, Bambi should have talked to his therapist, or maybe just been more careful, because I'm not sure if he was trying to just end it all, or he just isn't very good at looking both ways before he crossed the street. I mean, he doesn't have a mom. His mom wasn't there to teach him those things, because a hunter shot her, so... I killed him! Oh no! I killed you in Minecraft, I'm sorry. You know how there are pandas in the bamboo forest? I'm assuming you play Minecraft. He wanted to join his mom. I'm coming, mother. Yep. I didn't know. I mean, like, because I killed the sheep and I got, like, sheep wool and stuff. What has stuff? Yeah, because I killed, what else did I kill? I killed a chicken and you got feathers, so I was like, oh, maybe if you kill the panda, you get panda meat, and then you get, like, black and white fur or something. So I killed pandas. You get nothing, it just dissipates. I was like, what? And the little, I don't know what they are they leopards, I guess, in the bamboo forest? I killed them because I was like, do you get meat? Do you get something? And they just disappear. It's like, what the heck? I guess they're the pets. They're supposed to be the pets in Minecraft. Yes, this is what happens when Melita plays Minecraft. Because I'm playing it like Skyrim, basically. This kid's game. All you get from killing us is a sense of guilt. I didn't feel guilty, I felt gypped. I felt very gypped, as you deserve. Yeah, I think I killed at least 2 of your family members, maybe 3. I killed 2 just to make sure. I was like, maybe the game glitched, or I didn't, it dropped something. Or maybe it's like one of those things where you have to kill like 10 of them and there's like a probability it might drop something. But yeah, after like the 2nd or the 3rd, I was like, I don't think you're supposed to get anything, so I should probably stop. Yeah, I killed the bunnies. The bunnies give you something. That's good, because the bunnies are cute, but I killed them anyway. They give you the bunny fur. I got a rabbit's foot randomly, and then they give you the meat. Wow, is it a glitch? Let me kill someone again just to make sure. Of course, serial killer. I'm assuming you spelt that wrong on purpose. Okay, just making sure. Yeah, I murder boxes of Fruit Loops and Honey Nut Cheerios. You murdered Fruit Loops, James. Oh, I guess Fruit Loops is our favorite cereal then. You share the same brain cell. I don't know, do you want to share brain cells with me? Because apparently I'm like a very murderous intent lurking in my brain cells. Speaking of killing deers, I run the deer over in Grand Theft Auto 5. It's funny. Nah, that's just the Amazonian in you. Yes, I'm a hunter. Actually, there was some book that my mom was reading. It was about a guy who, it's like a dieting book. And the guy who wrote it, he basically was saying that certain blood types do better with certain kinds of food. And so there were things that certain blood types should eat and should not eat. And I was reading something, he was like, type O used to be the hunters or whatever. I was like, what the heck is this guy talking? He sounded kind of like a quack when I actually read the book. And I was like, why did my mom like force me to stop eating ice cream because of this guy? He's apparently type O, we don't do well with like dairy products or something. I forget. Wow, reliving your real life in GTA 4. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, Bambi hit me. That doesn't make sense. I don't know. Like my mom, she's always doing different diets and things. So like when we were kids, we had to eat like 100% whole wheat bread and drink skim milk. And now she's just like, bread's bad, don't eat it anymore. And then we drink whole milk now. So, but I mean, I think we don't drink as much. So actually I think they use it for their coffee. She mostly gets it just for that, I think. Honestly, I don't know. It's disgusting. Well, I mean, if you're used to drinking it, it's not disgusting. I think it's milk, but with all the fat removed. So it's like 0% fat. So, I don't know. I think that's what it's supposed to be. Like fat-free milk, basically. Yeah. That's what people say. I mean, if you're used to drinking it, it's fine. So, I guess it's kind of like drinking water. Full cream milk is better. Yeah. Yeah, like I remember when we were kids and we were like staying at a cabin in the mountains. And like our parents bought milk, but they didn't have skim milk at the supermarket. So they just got like, I guess it was whole milk. And my brother, when he drank it, he was like, oh my goodness, it's like ice cream. It's so delicious. Because we were so used to like drinking skim milk. Keep seeing a fourth viewer popping up. Skimmed milk is an abomination. Well, my parents are drinking non-pasteurized milk now. This was a good chapter. The book is gonna end soon, actually. I think maybe in February or March. will be done unless I like skip a stream, because I think there's only 3 chapters left, so I guess as long as I do a stream every week next month, we'll be done with the book. That's cool, because I'm excited to read Prince Caspian to see how similar it is to the book. I mean, to see how similar the movies were to the book. Yeah, so chapter 13, I did 2 parts for that. And what is that thing at the bottom? Okay, it disappeared. And so that was like basically the important chapter where everything's really starting to change, because like Edmund got rescued and then the pact was made between the White Witch and Aslan. We weren't told what it is, but basically this chapter, this is where you find out what it was. Did I miss a stream? I think I did. I think you did. Maybe you missed part 2. And then last week I skipped the stream. I skipped the book club stream. This week I am most likely going to be skipping the puzzle stream because I am not going to be at home. I'm leaving town to go somewhere. I have like a family event I have to attend. Partly. Now I'm thinking of the Pirates of the Caribbean movie. What? Why are you singing Journey lyrics? I'm not taking the train. When you said leaving town, that song immediately popped. Oh, okay. I see. Alright, let's get started on the questions because I have like 10 of them, so. I almost had 12, but I decided to just delete 2 of them, and just 10 seemed like a good round number. Okay, so true or false? After the witch, oh, I'm not even reading things properly. After the White Witch left, Aslan decided to move their camp to another location. After the White Witch left, Aslan decided to move their camp to another location. After the White Witch left, Aslan decided to move their camp to another location. Yep. True. But why would he? Yeah, he kind of mentioned like because they were camped at the stone table, and he was like, "Yeah, we should probably move because this place is gonna be needed for something else." For the deep magic. That was funny hearing that term in chapter 13 because there were things that jogged my memory a lot reading them in the book because the movie directly uses a lot of the book because it's such a short book. Like basically the book itself is almost a script. because they just use things exactly from out of the book. They say it deep magic. Yeah. Okay. Question number 2. What did Aslan talk about with Peter? What did Aslan talk about with Peter? What did Aslan talk about with Peter? Vtubers. Best girl. My best girl, Vtuber. My voice is so raspy today. Actually, there is a lion VTuber. I think her name is Leon. I listen to her music. She's really good. I like her. Oh, Botan. Derp. Yep, that's true. I forget Botan is a lion sometimes just because I'm so focused on how amazing she is. Yeah, Botan. Derp. Kind of. A little bit. Well, just think, because you've seen the movie, so think about what you know is coming, and so Aslan knows he's not going to be present, so... What do you think he would talk about with Peter? Kind of cheating, but you know the story already anyway, so... Is that your final answer? Okay. So Aslan discussed strategies for fighting the White Witch in battle. Aslan discussed strategies for fighting the White Witch in battle. Yeah, so close, pretty much close. I mean, he's the leader now, so he basically was transferring power to him, and, you know, Aslan's responsibility would have been to lead the army and such, but he's passing that on to Peter, so basically, that's what they were talking about. Look at me, I'm the captain now. This book kind of makes me wonder about what on earth like little boys in England were taught at Peter's age, because like, I mean, for me, like how Peter even fought the wolf and how he was like using a sword and stuff, it's just like, how does a kid just get dropped in a fantasy world and he just knows how to... I mean, I know swinging a sword around isn't that hard, but I mean, technically, you kind of do need to have training to know how to properly use a sword. So, because I know like in Russia, my professor told us that, I think it was after World War II, they actually trained the children in military tactics, like taking apart a grenade, an AK-47, how to shoot them. Like they kind of almost like Spartan society from the 300 movie. So while being the main characters. Well, I mean, that's what I'm wondering. Like, is it because they're the main characters, or is it that in C.S. Lewis's time period, young boys would actually know how to do that? Like how Aslan's just expecting a kid to, like, command an army, and it's just like, is it possible that the kids of that time period would kind of have those basic skills somewhat? Like how in Russia, like the kids there in like the post World War II era, they would have military skills as children. So that's kind of what I'm curious about reading this book, because it's like 70 years old. So I don't remember if the book actually said it. I forget. Maybe one of the kids might have mentioned their age. I don't know. He's depicted differently depending on like what movies you watch, because like the cartoon movie I watched, he kind of seemed like he was a teenager, like maybe 15 or 16. But then like other things, Google says 13. Oh, okay. In White Witch and Wardrobe. I mean, honestly, for the 1950s, being a 13-year-old, I think you probably were a lot more mature and knowledgeable than the 13-year-olds of like right now, of 2022. Why 1,898? What's the extra numbers for? Oh, okay. What is that? 1911, I think. Because, I mean, like, there could be things like maybe young boys did fencing during that time period. Like, maybe that's a normal sport that young boys would take at school. Or like here in America, young boys play football a lot and baseball. So in terms of like Peter having sword skills of some kind, maybe it's normal for a 13-year-old to know how to wield a blade, you know, because maybe he did fencing when he was 8 years old. So especially if it's England as well, because like here in America, we never had like a medieval time period, but in England, that's part of their culture. So like, for example, in Japan, they have kendo. Like my Oshi actually did kendo when she was a kid. So, and I mean, I'm sure like the things that they learn in kendo, I mean, my assumption is that it's sword fighting techniques. I don't know if there are things that are transferable, like if you were to like give them like a katana. I have no idea if like the sword movements that you learn in kendo can easily be transferred over to like a katana, but I mean, I would assume maybe. I'm not sure. I've never done it before. C.S. Lewis's Wikipedia page doesn't mention anything about fencing and swordplay in his childhood. Well, I mean, if you think of it in terms of that, about how Japan, because they had an era of like sword fighting warfare, and how the kids in Japan, they have kendo available to them, and they can do that from a young age. I mean, it's possible that England, given that they had a sword fighting era as well, like it's possible maybe Peter might actually have had some sort of training. So, because like Dancho, when she talks about, I think she did it when she was in elementary school. So like by the time she was 13, I don't even know if she was doing it anymore, but I think she definitely had done it for a couple of years. It sounded like he enlisted in the army, but that was after college. Oh, okay. But again, like you said, it's a kid's book. They're main characters, so kendo is like general self-defense. like karate and judo. Oh, okay. So the skills you learn aren't transferable to like if you picked up a katana, you wouldn't be able to use the movements that you learned from kendo to use a katana. Can take lessons from childhood. I'm probably just reading too much into it. Like you said, they're main characters in a kid's story. So, Kendo uses wooden sword. That is meant to imitate katana. Oh, okay. So maybe you can then. Maybe the skills are transferable somewhat. Like you're more or less using a blunted sword, more or less, when you're using a kendo stick. But in what self-defense situation would you have a katana? I mean, if you're one of the weebs here in America, you probably would have one. So, but I mean, that's why something like kendo, it's more like an art form, or it's sport, you know, it's taking something from a different time period where that used to be a form of warfare, self-defense, and yada yada, but now it's just a sport because it doesn't really have any value to society in the way that it used to have value because we have guns now. So they just turn it into a sport. I mean, that's what fencing is as well, I guess. Because the sword fighting that it teaches, it used to have value to a past society because that was the way they did battle with each other or whatnot. Because they didn't really have guns. But now it's just a sport. Because it doesn't really have any usage. Anyway, I'm probably reading too much into it. It's just a kid's book. Alright, question number 3. When Peter asked Aslan if he would be present for the battle, what was Aslan's reply? When Peter asked Aslan if he would be present for the battle, what was Aslan's reply? When Peter asked Aslan if he would be present for the battle, what was Aslan's reply? Yep. Yep. He has business to be doing. Yeah. Answer. Aslan told Peter there was no guarantee he would be present for the battle with the White Witch. Aslan told Peter there was no guarantee he would be present for the battle with the White Witch. He was going on a date with the White Witch. Yeah, it turned out the witch was a little yandere though, right? right, question number 4. Which children had trouble falling asleep? Which children had trouble falling asleep? Which children had trouble falling asleep? Specifically for this story. Hey, sometimes I would just pass out. I see. Any guesses to which of the 4 kids? Oh, okay. Yep. Susan had trouble sleeping and realized Lucy was also still awake. Susan had trouble sleeping and realized Lucy was also still awake. Guess what happens next? All right. Question number 5. Which children noticed Aslan leaving the camp and decided to follow him? Which children noticed Aslan leaving the camp and decided to follow him? Which children noticed Aslan leaving the camp and decided to follow him? Yep, I forgot that they did this actually. When I was reading this, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. They followed him. They walked with him to Calvary, basically. Susan and Lucy saw Aslan leaving the camp and secretly followed him. Susan and Lucy saw Aslan leaving the camp and secretly followed him. Did Peter and Edmund sleep? Yep. As usual, the guy falls asleep first, but the girl stays awake. So, question number 6. What did Aslan ask the girls to do since he felt sad and lonely? What did Aslan ask the girls to do since he felt sad and lonely? What did Aslan ask the girls to do since he felt sad and lonely? Yeah, don't forget I changed the rules now for rule number 1. Say so friendly only. Oh, is that your final answer? Okay. Kinda, yeah. He asked them to place their hands on his mane while they walked beside him. He asked them to place their hands on his mane while they walked beside him. So, because they asked permission to come with him, because they followed him secretly, and then he probably knew they were with him the whole time, but like he confronted them, and they were like, "Can we walk with you?" And he was like, "Yes, please, go ahead." So, and then on the way he was really, really sad, so he asked them to do that. I put this question in there because for some reason, like, that scene from the movies was very memorable for me. So, especially because like the actor who they get to play Aslan, usually he has like this really deep kind of James Earl Jones kind of voice. So he just wanted a hug, basically. Yeah. I always thought that was very sweet that C.S. Lewis had the girls kind of accompany him, and he didn't have to go alone. So also it kind of took the girls away from the battle, because I don't think C.S. Lewis wanted the girls to fight. I don't know, I guess maybe he was very sensitive about that, probably because they were in World War II. So maybe that was just something, either his culture of the time period or he himself personally, maybe he just really didn't like it that England was at a point that women had to get involved in the fighting and stuff like that. I don't know. So, but also too, I guess in terms of the story, like you needed characters with Aslan so that the audience would be able to follow that section of the story. Also, isn't the actual story set in World War II? Yeah, actually, yeah, it is. Because it starts off with them leaving London because of the bombings. Before they get whisked away to wardrobe dimension. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. True or false? When Aslan arrived at the stone table, the white witch was alone. When Aslan arrived at the stone table, the white witch was alone. When Aslan arrived at the stone table, the white witch was alone. She needs a click. The high school popular girls. It's funny you say she needs a clique, because like there were hags that were there. It's like, well, that's the kind of clique she has, all the ugly people, because she's a mean, nasty cheerleader. No, I'm kidding. That's the cliche. The cheerleaders and the jocks are all the mean people because they're the popular kids and they bully all the non-popular kids. Non-new characters in a YA high school setting. Oh gosh. Minotaur is def a jock. Dude, I wonder what the popular kids are like in other cultures, though. Because, like, the whole cliche high school American setting, it doesn't even work in other countries. Because, like, I don't even know. I mean, I guess they have cheerleaders now in other countries, maybe, but maybe not. And then, like, not everyone plays football in the world because that's, like, an American sport. So we don't have a queen bee hierarchy in other countries, in Malaysia too. Oh, you don't? Oh, okay. What is typical what would a cliche high school be like? Or a cliche high school TV show? What would it be like in Malaysia? It's like so much of it doesn't work. Like even the settings where you have lockers in the hallway. It's like the whole architect of the school even is different in other countries. So, and the fact that like students move to other classes, they don't do that in other countries. You just like stay in one room and the teacher comes to you. I guess it would be like an anime. I guess that's their cliche high school setting. For us, it was because we got segregated by classes. Like for example, in elementary school, we were separated by class color, year 1 red, year 1 yellow, etc. And red is always the top class. Oh, okay. I see. So there's like smart kid class. Oh, so the jocks become the position of the jocks who have the ability to lord their status over the other students instead of people who are physically strong and good at sports. It's the smart kids. It's like Eureka, the TV show Eureka, and then the rest of us plebes. Huh. That shows a lot about the different cultures. Because in your culture, they value intelligence, whereas here, they don't. Jocks exist? Oh, okay. They're in the lower ranked classes. So what's their status, though, in terms of, like their hierarchy with the other students? Like, are they looked down upon, or are they able to look down on other people? Like, how does that work? For my school, it was basketball. Oh, okay. What is that one basketball? Koroke no Basket or something? That one basketball anime. Not the Harlem Dunk or whatever that thing is. I forget what it's called. The older one. I forget what the name of that older anime that does basketball was. I forget what it was. But there's a newer one. Well, they're mostly the handsome-ish guys and the rich kids who either don't want to or don't have to care about school. Oh. So in terms of the student body, they look up to both two groups. So they look up to the intelligent kids, and then they also look up to the jocks. Is that how it works? Ah, oh, so that's worse. Because you basically have two groups of people that are lording their status over you. Whereas in America, for the cliche high school, it's basically just one. Because like the smart kids are bullied because they're seen as nerds. Because it's like, oh, you do is study, nerd. Like, oh, you're smart, you're dumb. You know that, or not. Well, you're not literally dumb, but you're a loser because you're smart. We devalue intelligence here. Jocks are popular because they're cool. Smart kids are popular because overachievers. Interesting. That sounds like it's worse than in your society, because it's like if you're a student who's you're neither smart nor good at sports, then you're just like, that's two different groups of people that are treating you like trash, kind of. Well, I mean, I don't know. Do those kids, do they treat the other students badly? Or is it just that they get respected? Is that how the dynamics work? Because here in America, the cliche is that if you are in the elite group of students, you actually mistreat the other students as well. The other students revere you and look up to you, and then you treat them like garbage. Well, it's been 5 years since I left, but from what I remember, there's not really, like, bully you because you're smart, because most of us have been in the same class with each other previous years. So we know each other and are cool with each other. So it's just a matter of if you're a jock or you're a smart kid, your peers will respect you, but that's it. There's no bullying where the smart kids, they tease the dumb kids, and like the jocks tease the kids that aren't good at sports. But then again, some people are just bad. Well, I mean, it's more just cliches that I'm talking about, because not every cliche is a reality for people. Thanks for reminding me of all the high school drama. Okay, sorry. Alright, then we'll move on. You unearthed a core memory. Oh, I'm sorry. My high school experience I didn't have anything bad happen because I was just a quiet kid who kept to myself, and my high school wasn't incredibly cliche. Or at least not for me. Maybe for other people, they might have had a cliche high school experience. Alright, we'll move on. I don't want to leave you traumatized. So you're just like crying. You're just lying in the fetal position after the stream crying and like Okay, oh, I forgot to give the answer. Yeah, true or false, when Aslan arrived at the stone table, the White Witch was alone. Answer, false. She was not alone. Like Panda said, she had her clique. Her clique of mean girls. She had her posse, yes. Yeah, see, these are good words for dropping into the stream. Clique, posse, cliche. So they have no idea what context a textbook would bother to teach you these words. Actually never watched Mean Girls. It's funny. It's a funny show, but it definitely portrays the cliche high school experience. So, which I never had. I never witnessed that kind of stuff. I mean, the cheerleaders were very ditzy, though. I will say that. Should you explain posse and click to the viewers? Nah, they can look it up. Okay. I'm kidding. Clique and posse, I mean, it's just like a group of people, basically. So... yeah, it's just words, fancy words that just mean like a group of people. So, I mean, who is in that group, it would depend on the context, because like, well, I guess, okay, so for a clique, usually that's a negative term, though. It's definitely, well, at least in American culture, it kind of has like a negative feeling to it, because usually cliques, they're groups of people who are very close with each other, but they're incredibly exclusive, because if you are not in the clique, you usually get treated badly, and it's also very hard to get into a clique. So, because they more or less they're forming a group of people on purpose because they want to exclude other people to make them feel bad. So like a clique at a job is a very bad thing. Sensei, what does this mean? Look it up, fancy words. Well, I mean, I'm more of saying like it's good because they can hear a new word and they can see it being used in context. So, but I mean, like with English words, like there are so many contexts that the word can be applied to that stopping to explain them, it's not really helpful, because they're only going to learn like one usage for it, and it has like maybe dozens of uses. So she made them give him a haircut. Oh, you're doing it. So yeah, but more or less, posse and clique is like a group of people. What is a posse? How would you even describe that more specifically? I mean, I feel like, again, the word posse is slightly negative, because it's like, it's a group of people that, like, they're really close, but they kind of don't treat other people well. Again, like, clique and posse, they're exclusive groups of people where if you're outside the group or the posse, you get treated badly, more or less. And then it's very hard to join that group, because they're trying to exclude people on purpose, because it's a group of people that basically want to mistreat other people, more or less. So like that might not be the literal definition, but definitely for me, when I think of those words, that's how I feel about them. For views, but no one showing up. Well, it could be they're just listening. If they didn't read the book or watch the movie, then they might not be able to answer the question. So maybe they're just listening. 聞いてる人入ってもいいんです。一緒に会話しよう。I don't know, they might be Japanese. But anyway, okay, question number 8. Lolita pulling out the Japanese. Well, I mean, I don't know. They might be Japanese, they might not be. But maybe if they know I speak a little Japanese, they might want to join. Question number 8. What did the White Witch order his minions? Oh, whoops. What did the White Witch order her minions to do to Aslan? What did the White Witch order her minions to do to Aslan? What did the White Witch order her minions to do to Aslan? Yeah, basically. As a male lion. It's basically turning him into a girl, more or less. Because without the mane, they basically just look like the female lions. I wonder if a male lion would actually be upset if it lost its mane. Like if you put it to sleep and then you shaved it off and then it woke back up. I wonder how it would feel about that. I wonder if they actually have any kind of emotional attachment to the manes. Anyway, answer. She ordered them to tie him up, cut off his mane, and put a muzzle over his mouth. She ordered them to tie him up, cut off his mane, and put a muzzle over his mouth. Yep. Here it is. Here's the whole part of the story. After Aslan, well, the important part of the story. After Aslan had been tied to the stone table, what did the White Witch do to him? After Aslan had been tied to the stone table, what did the White Witch do to him? After Aslan had been tied to the stone table, what did the White Witch do to him? She gave him a massage and a hair wash. Oh my gosh. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Plus a mani-pedi. Actually, I don't even know what a mani-pedi is, to be honest. Answer. She killed him by stabbing him with a knife. She killed him by stabbing him with a knife. Manicure and pedicure. Oh, okay. I don't really know what those are either. The manicure, what is that? Is that where they clip your nails, your toenails, and your fingernails, and then they push your cuticles back or something? That sounds awful. I've never had them done. Ugh, why would anyone want that? Is that painful when they push your cuticles back? Or is that something pleasant? That sounds like torture. I'm gonna be honest. Actually, I hate other people clipping my toenails. Like, I remember when I was a kid, my mom would clip my toenails and I would freak out because I was just like, you're gonna cut my toes off, stop. No idea, never had them. Oh, okay. Girls have told me I have really long nail beds. And I'm just like, I don't know what that is, and I don't know why that matters. Apparently I have all these feminine features that girls are envious of, and I just like, I have zero value for them because like I'm a tomboy. And it's just like, okay. It's like, oh, you have long nail beds, that's so pretty. It's just like, alright, whatever. Whatever. I don't know what that means, but whatever. Get you a Melita that can do both. What does that mean? Do both what? What are the two things I'm doing? Tomboy and femininity. Okay, I see what you mean. Okay, I see. I mean, I guess, yeah, I mean, I grew up as a tomboy, so I hated girly things, but I guess now that I'm older, I'm starting to appreciate femininity a little bit more, but I mean, I still have no value for it because I don't want to get married, and I mean, for me personally, I kind of feel like being girly and pretty and stuff, like, it only, like, other girls, they want to be pretty for themselves, but it's like, dude, I don't care, that takes work, like, you gotta, like, do stuff. It's like too much work. So, and if you don't have a significant other, it's just like that's the only other reason. You'd either be pretty for yourself or be pretty for your significant other. And it's like, I don't have one. I don't want to ever have one. So it's just like pretty has no value to me. Like the most I'm willing to be is presentable. And that's about it. I'm very lazy. I'm a very lazy girl. Like, I've never worn makeup, because, like, as a kid, because I was a tomboy, like, that's when girls usually start to wear makeup in childhood. And, like, my sister would try and get me to wear it, but I was like, this is dumb. This is dumb, and it takes time, and I don't understand the value for it. So, and also I felt slightly insulted, because it's like basically someone's telling you, put a paper bag over your head, because your face is so ugly, we don't want to look at it. Like, that's how I felt. Only reason I secretly want to be feminine is to be cute. With you personally? Oh, does it look fun to you? Like girls who they get all dressed up and dolled up and stuff? It looks like fun? But being a feminine guy takes work. Yes, exactly. Guys are actually very lucky, and I'm slightly envious of them, because guys can be like super handsome and hot without doing all that much. Like, they just need to get a nice haircut, get clean clothes that fit them and aren't faded and ripped up and stuff, and that's it. But being a feminine guy oh, catboy maids. Oh, that's what you're into. Catboy maids. Or is that gonna be your VTuber model when you become a VTuber? A cute best boy catboy who's dressed like a maid. For some reason, guys have better eyelashes. Oh, really? I didn't know. See, the thing with eyelashes too, like I don't even know what the deal with them is. According to girls I know. Oh. People have commented about my eyelashes. They say that they're very long, and I'm like, I don't know why that matters. But I mean, I guess it's the human traits and qualities that just randomly get prized by certain generations. Because beauty changes depending on the time period. Like, I heard in art, the reason why, like in the paintings, a lot of women are painted as being kind of plump and chubby is that in that time period, that was considered beautiful. She planned to kill Edmund anyway. Oh, okay. Back to the thing. Question number 10. What did the White Witch tell Aslan she was planning to do after she killed him? What did the White Witch tell Aslan she was planning to do after she killed him? What did the White Witch tell Aslan she was planning to do after she killed him? Yeah, that's basically it. This is basically her long live the king moment. I think you brought that up once. Oh, she told Aslan that after he was dead, she was going to kill Edmund since Aslan would not be there to protect him. She told Aslan that after he was dead, she was going to kill Edmund since Aslan would not be there to protect him. Oh, thinking, shocked Pikachu face. Mufasa, no. Is it Mufasa or Mustafa? There was a Muslim guy who I knew, and his name, I could never remember it because it sounded like Simba's dad. Simba's dad's name, Mufasa. Oh, okay. So his name must have been Mustafa, I think was his name. And like everyone was always getting it confused with Simba's dad's name. We couldn't remember whether it was Mustafa or Mufasa, and he just had to deal with it. Mustafa. I think that might have been the name. I forget. Whatever the name, whatever his actual name was, it was close to Mufasa. Yep, that's it. Congratulations, you completed all the questions. Yep, so, oh, I hope you didn't hear my elbow cracking just now. On a cliffhanger. Oh no, Aslan's dead and everyone's gonna die. Yeah, it's such a cliffhanger. Except for us, the kids who grew up watching the movie, and we know exactly what's gonna happen. I'm actually like super excited for the next chapter, or the next 3 chapters. I'm assuming. Well, actually, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe chapter 15, the triumphant occurrence will happen. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which chapter it's gonna be in. So, because the last chapter, chapter 17, is going to be when the story wraps itself up. So, but we'll see. Because there's only 3 chapters. Maybe they're longer chapters. I'm not sure. I don't know how many pages are in them. Next is where it begins. Yeah, I'm super excited. Because I want to move on to Prince Caspian. Because this book basically was exactly like the movie. There's very, very little difference between the movie and the book. So I'm curious about Prince Caspian. Alright, I gotta go play games with friends now. Oh, okay, alright. I was wondering because it felt like you were trying to move things along. I was like, he doesn't usually do that. He usually likes to talk forever and ever. So I was just like, I wonder if something's going on. Okay, so that's what it was. Well, thank you for staying and answering all the questions. Have fun. Alright, see ya. Alright, and for anyone watching the archive, if you have any questions on any of the discussion questions that I had from the book, or any of the English that was used in the stream, like words like posse and clique and cliche and all that stuff, feel free to leave a question in the comment section and I will answer it. So, and this will most likely be the last stream for this week because unless my family event gets canceled, I won't be here to stream. So yeah, so I'll see you next week, Wednesday, with the Chess and Chat stream. So yep, so enjoy your weekend, be safe. So that's all for now. Thanks for coming to the stream. See you next time. Mata ne. Bye bye.